So surprised where Shatta Wale actually took his question from. Because, you know, this is a meeting that had to do with the creative arts and tourism. And his question was not only centered on something that would only benefit the people in the space, but looks like it was a general cry or free by. And it gives me that, how do we call it? That form of happiness that, okay, at least whatever he says on his live and some of the things that he advocates for, these are things that, given the opportunity, it is not only about the sector that he belongs to, but just like he will tell you, some of these politicians, when I meet them, I want to ask them this. He met one and he was able to throw that general question, which will not only benefit people in the sector, but the whole country. Unemployment in the country is one of the huge problems we have here. And if we have people like that, and so it is not only about them joining you on the streets to only demonstrate and shout, that means that they only think about you or they support the fact that you are crying, that you are hungry or you are unemployed. But given the opportunity, will they be able to ask questions that will also come to benefit you? And that is one thing I liked about his question. When he asked about Bawumia's vision, or Dr. Bawumia's vision to the people on the street. We all know when it comes to digitalization, which Dr. Bawumia is pushing, it is not so many people who are accustomed to some of these things. Therefore, there's the huge number of people that may miss, and most of them are the people that are on the streets. Are we that are on the street? And we can't say everybody that is on the street and you be in terms of, okay, you call digital, now you call computer style, and you be to me. So why are you so focused on the digital part, leaving the analog part for certain people that may also need it?
The real work.
Exactly. Because we will need some people for the manual jobs as well. And Bawumia obviously attempted to answer. For me, I also agree that he did not make justice really to the answer that he wanted to give.
Oh, you also agree?
Yeah. He attempted though. But as to whether he provided the answer, like as in what some of us would want to hear, to me is just about 40/100 for me. Yes, the fact that he was able to present himself as people that he can relate to, that is one thing that, okay, perhaps he understood where the question was coming from, but maybe at that moment he didn't have an answer. But the best he could do for you is for you to realize that I know what you are talking about. I know what you are going through. In fact, I can relate. Where he made references to
how he also started.
So yes, that was an attempt. That was
started how? How did he start?
Why taxi driver?
Exactly. So you see, as to whether the answer was so satisfactory for us to say, okay, he said he will do A, B, C, D. Aside the digitalization, I'm going to do A, B, C, D, or put 1, 2, or 3 in place for these kind of people to also benefit. I don't think he did so much justice to it. Like I said, perhaps he didn't have an immediate answer for that. But the attempt of it, making you understand that he understands where you are coming from, to me, is an attempt. And I am just hoping that in the coming days, if they've not thought about some of these things, these are some of the ways we can prick their minds for them. Because yesterday, there were other suggestions that even came that he even had to admit that some of these things are things that me, myself, have not thought of. Or I'm even hearing them today. And I would want to put in my books. Because I was very alarmed and surprised when Dr. Bawumia said that it was only yesterday that he learned that Gamro's license has expired for the past 2 years.
You doubted?
No, I didn't doubt.
Okay.
No, I didn't doubt. Me, I know that I've said this on countless occasions, that sometimes the people don't put premium on us in the space, and it is not only their fault. We also share part of the blame. Because the people that do consultation for them, even when it comes to their manifesto and creative, they You understand? This particular question that Shatta posed has exposed a lot. Oh, it has exposed a lot. And it is not only about our creative art industry. Into the general how the question was answered. What if we have such people, such brains like Shatta, who would want to go into details and say, okay, how about A, how about B, how about C? You understand? So me, if I want to say somebody is lying, I wouldn't want to say Dr. Bawumia is lying. Because the mindset that he has about the space is what so many of his colleagues also have.
Okay.
But I would want to shift the blame to the people who do consultation for them, even when they want to plan into come into our space. Those people, I believe, are not pushing enough or pushing certain things that are supposed to be pushed, but would want to dilly-dally and say, oh, which is why they don't put that premium on us. So the question there, he attempted, but he did not answer like that.
All right, so attempting and answering are two different things altogether. You can attempt it, but if you are not able to answer, that is also a different thing. Now, let's listen to what Chemo will say before we run away from here. Chemo.
Yeah, I think it was an interesting meeting, but as I said yesterday, I'll repeat it, it's just a political gimmick. I mean, they are just doing that. I mean, and like you did your intro, some of the questions were more like praises than to ask a question. Yes, and again with the Shatta's question, I think Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia struggled with the pidgin to even think of giving answer to the main question.
His thinking was on the pidgin language.
Yeah, his thinking
how
was
to construct his pidgin
language and all those things. And I think it will be part of the reason why he couldn't answer the question. And yeah, I will agree with those who will say that he couldn't answer the questions, because the answers that he was giving were far away from the main question. I mean, being a supporter of the leprosy and feeding feeding people on the street and all that wasn't the question. It was far from that. And for him to answer it in that way,
Asabi, is it me to Asabi?
He couldn't.
Shatta says, Ojo Olagba PG. Later when he called Zamina, Asabi there.
I think he made a mistake to answer the question.
He could have played around there and go back to
his main thing, what will make him comfortable. He should have rather said that I can do pidgin, but I'll prefer doing it in English so that I can come out clearly for people to, I can come out clearly for people to get what I'm trying to put across. So I think he failed on that. And again, he said certain things that I doubt him. He said that he was a taxi driver at a point. He has done other stuff that I doubt whether he did it, because if you consider his background, I'll be surprised if he went through those things. His father, Mumuni Bawumia, a teacher, a lawyer, politician, and at the time was even a chief before he died from Mampugu, I think. And then Bawumia, after Temale Senior High School, went abroad. He went to United Kingdom, UK, did his banking then and got a diploma in banking, chartered banking qualified. So at what point was he the taxi driver?
Maybe in UK.
In UK after going to school, or
maybe before
when he was like, I mean, it's
ridiculous.
Somehow not believable story, but let's give him the benefit of the doubt. As for the question, he didn't do justice to it, and I'll blame the fact that he was attempting to answer it in pidgin. If he was doing it in English, he would have found a way, his own way, to say something that would be impressive, even if he can't even fulfill it, or he can't do it. He will still say something that people will say, oh, okay, there's a good answer. But for this one, he failed miserably.
Woefully.
Yeah.
Anyways, we wish him well, and we also hope that whatever he did with the creative arts people will give him the impact and the results that he's expecting. And again, we hear NDC will also be doing their own Meet the Creative Arts in Kumasi somewhere next week. We pray that however they are trying to convince us, they will be able to convince us indeed. And thanks to the people who led this organization, thanks to the superstars who came there. I saw Guru. Yeah, I saw Guru in an all white. There now, Guru is really turning to the politicians' side.
He is a politician.
He's a politician.
If you win SRC president at any university,
you've entered into
you
mainstream
are
politics.
Politician.
I think I read the headline where he said, "Oh, anytime." Is it anytime a certain group of people win in the Legon SRC,
then
it means MPP.
MPP has a strong
win.
yeah.
I said, Claire.
Oh yeah. At this point, he's a full-grown politician.
Well, we wish him well as well. So this has been the Thursday's edition of Show.
Yeah. This is your boy, Wale Music TV. Send subscribe my show. Wanna subscribe him. If you na click bell no do na me the video be tomorrow. I want the first person about share. If you na drop a comment was so. Wale Music TV, yes, Shatta Wale ni TV, I yeba more Shatta Wale ni news. Na update, everything be a fan Shatta Wale who be a once a back on the more platform do. Into bomb more than subscribe, next share, no brother, and I was still who edumede in Wale Music TV. Video be able post on what had they be a by Shatta Wale. Inti say Shatta Wale no fan could send their blend good news. Blend never share, never subscribe, no brother, and I was still who edumede in the more platform do. Video be able post on had they be a by Shatta Wale. Inti say won't the day Shatta Wale fan could send their blend good news by Shatta Wale. Net bomb share, no brother, and I was a star. On who edumede in Wale Music TV. Thank you.